I am here with two of CAA's student ambassadors, Evelyn and Beatrice. Thank you so much for being here. These two have been instrumental in fighting anti-Semitism at their respective universities.
I go to UCL.
And I'm at Nottingham Trent.
So Brody, you want to become one of CAA's student ambassadors. Why do you want to do this?
My experience at university, from going from a background where I've not known any Jews to coming to London, I've seen anti-Semitism at its finest, and I think it's disgusting. I think at the moment in the UK, we're in a position where Jews feel very lonely, they feel quite excluded, and it's for people like me, non-Jews, to be speaking up about this. It's not just a Jewish issue, it's also about Britain's values.
I'm here with intern Harrison. Intern Harrison, how have you found your internship with CAA so far?
So far, it's been absolutely amazing. I've got a real insight into all the different things, whether that be, taking people to court, putting out different policy, different research.
After this, you are looking to become a CAA student ambassador. Why do you want to do that? Like, what is it for you that motivates you?
I think we're at such a critical point in our country now, kind of make or break. People are thinking about the future of Jews in the UK. Do I want to raise my children here? And I'm not willing to back down. I think a lot of us are feeling like that, and I think campaigning against anti-Semitism is the perfect venue to channel the fire that a lot of us have to take a stand.
So Beatrice, let me ask you, what has it looked like for you being a student ambassador? What have you done?
It's been really nice for me because I come from like a rural little town, so I actually just don't know any Jewish people. I've never had the chance to kind of meet people, so this has been nice. I can actually meet other Jewish people and kind of experience things and talk about issues that I have that other people don't understand as much.
As a student ambassador, I've been really engaged with monitoring anti-Semitism that happens on campus, and also I feel much more equipped with the skills and knowledge to know how to go about combating it, which has felt really empowering to over the course of the year. I now feel like I can recognize anti-Semitism pretty easily, figure out how it falls under anti-Semitism, and as well as know my options for how to address it.
Have you had much experience in dealing with anti-Semites yourself?
It's quite ironic, I'm not Jewish, but I've actually had a lot of anti-Semitic comments towards me for just standing with the Jewish people. I was called a wannabe Jew in quite an infamous incident. I get multiple death threats. I have people targeting me on my campus just for standing with the Jewish people and the Jewish state of Israel. I think if I'm not Jewish and I'm getting this sort of hate, what sort of hate are Jewish students getting?
What university are you at right now?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. And how have you found the anti-Semitism in Birmingham? Is it a lot or is it a little? How's it dealt with?
University of Birmingham, there's a lot of anti-Semitism around it. For now, thank God, I think the university itself responds to it fairly well. And where it doesn't, we hold them to account. We have chaplains and the JSOC Society. The city of Birmingham itself, I've had a lot of different incidents happen to me. I've been called pretty much everything under the sun. My friends have been chased into their home, people banging on their door, this is a Jewish house, we're gonna get you.
In March, we held Anti-Semitism Awareness Week at UCL. It was the first ever Anti-Semitism Awareness Week at UCL, and it was a really moving week. We had conversations with students we'd never met before, and these students may never have had a conversation with a Jewish person in the past. So it was quite interesting, I'd say, on both ends. We had many meaningful conversations as well as some incidents that didn't feel as friendly to us. For example, I was called a, quote, fucking white supremacist, ugly ass, fat ass bitch.
You're actually insane. White supremacist, ugly ass, fat ass bitch.
At the moment, the university has not addressed this, and I was asked the context in which this was said, making me feel like, depending on the context, it may be okay for me to be called this by a fellow student, which was quite difficult to hear. But, I choose to focus on more of the positive experiences we had that week. I had some really great conversations with students who genuinely had never spoken to a Jew before. And that's something I'm just really appreciative of, and I'm really grateful for CAA's support in hosting that and the resources that you guys provided for us.
What do you look forward to when starting your student ambassadorship with CAA?
Speaking about the real anti-Semitism that is on campus, because I feel like a lot of people, they know what anti-Semitism is, but nobody's speaking out about it. For me, it's important to sort of say it loudly and clearly, and say to non-Jews that it's not just the Jewish people's fight, it's also our fight. It's a mutual cause. They don't just come after Jews. The persecution never ends at Jews. It's always the next. It's Christians, it's gay people, it's minorities, it's women. And so for me, it's sort of that communication that's important to the non-Jews, that it's time for us to stand up and speak up and support our Jewish friends.
What are you hoping to get from not just your internship, but also your future student ambassadorship?
It's just an amazing opportunity to fight anti-Semitism on the front lines and have the support of so many knowledgeable people. Campaign Against Antisemitism is the best avenue to, again, start that fight.
Why did you become a student ambassador? What was it that made you want to do this?
I've been very impressed with CAA's work and also just the support that they provide to Jewish students in general. I was really grateful for it during my first year. I quickly was put in touch with CAA, and just the constant support I received from you guys was incredible. So I already had this deep appreciation for CAA. And also, as someone who grew up a little bit outside of the Jewish community, it was just really interesting to me to have the opportunity to learn more about anti-Semitism. I think that's something a lot of people may not realize with the Student Ambassador program, is how much education we also get. That was really appealing to me as well. And overall, being a student ambassador has been an incredible experience. I feel just so much more empowered to handle anti-Semitism than I did at the beginning of the year.
I decided to join after kind of my experiences from early on in my life, so kind of like high school and honestly primary school as well. I remember my first experience of anti-Semitism, I kind of didn't know it was a thing, I didn't know it existed, and a girl found out I was Jewish and literally looked at me dead in the eyes and went, ugh, and I was like 6, I think. So from that point it kind of got worse and worse and worse, and then when I saw this program I was like, it's my chance to help. I love like educating young people. That's always been my thing. So I used to run like sessions with girl guiding on like Hanukkah and like Judaism in general. So when I was like, oh, I can do this more, I was like, yes, it's time. And yeah, obviously the amount we've learned is insane. I mean, everything they tell us is really useful.
Would you recommend this program to other students?
100%, definitely do it.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I would recommend this to literally anyone that I know.
If you or anyone else wants to be a student ambassador for Campaign Against Antisemitism, we want to hear from you. So please get in touch at education@antisemitism.org.